Today I'm going to show you how to make a stunning sublimation mug using Canva. I will also be using the Epson F170 sublimation printer and the Cricut Mug Press. If you're new here, my name is Nisha. Welcome to Little Craft Nest. And if you're returning, welcome back to another crafting adventure. If you have not used Canva before, it is a user-friendly graphic design program that you can create stunning designs with. You can use it for a whole variety of different projects, but today we are going to be using it for sublimation. After you've signed up for a Canva account, you can use Canva for free. There is a Canva Pro version, which is a monthly subscription, and I do have Canva Pro just because I use this program so often, and that gives me a larger variety of fonts, images, and features that I can use within this design platform. So on the home page of Canva, we're going to go to the top right-hand corner and click Create a Design. There are a number of preset designs that you can choose from, but we're going to make a custom size. So at the bottom, click on Custom Size. And right now, our height and width are in pixels here, so we're going to change this to inches. And because we are making a mug, I am going to size my canvas to 8.75 by 3.79, which is the template size for the Cricut 12-ounce mugs. If you are using a different type of Cricut mug, you can go onto Design Space and see what size you should make your template, or if you're using another brand of sublimation mug altogether, you can go ahead and measure your mug and determine what size canvas you need. Once you've typed in your width and height, you can click on Create New Design. So right here, this is going to be the size of our mug wrap. You can either just put an image on here if you just want to do one side, or you can fill up this whole entire template. Now I want to make a cute spring mug, so I want to have some watercolors on the background of my mug. So we are going to go over to the left-hand side and click on Elements. And at the top here, you can search for what you're looking for. I'm going to type in watercolor paint. And here we are given a whole pile of different things we can choose from. You can sort by graphics or photos, even videos if you were doing that, but we don't need that today. I'm going to click on graphics, and you can scroll through and see what image you want to use. Now keep in mind the images with the little crowns on them, that means they're only available if you have the Pro subscription. If it doesn't have that little crown on it, you can use that using the free version of Canva. Let's click on this pink splash right here, and I want this to be on one side of my mug. Now when I'm making this, I often think of thirds. I mentally divide my canvas into threes, because when we're placing this on our mug, we'll have the front side of our mug, the back side, and this is the side opposite of the handle. So you don't want to have your image smack in the middle here, because then this will be directly across from the handle and not on either side of the mug. However, if you're just going to cut this out of your sublimation paper, it doesn't really matter where you put your design on your canvas because you're going to cut it out anyways. But if you want to cut it out exactly the same size as this rectangle, make sure you have your images spaced where you want them. Now that we have a fun watercolor splash here, let's add a bunny. So now I'm going to search for bunny, and I want to use a photo. Now I like this bunny right here. He is super cute, so I'm going to click on him. But I don't like the background. Now, if you have the Canva Pro subscription, you will be able to remove the background on items. If you don't have the Pro version, you won't be able to remove the background, so you will want to keep that in mind. So I'm going to go over to Edit Photo and then click on the background remover. And that was super simple. The background is gone. I'm going to resize my bunny here and stick him on top of the watercolor. I actually think I want my watercolor to be a bit bigger, so let's make that bigger. And that looks super cute. Now on the other side of this mug, I want it to say Hello Spring. So you can either add text, you can click on text and type that in, or we can go back to Elements and search for our text. So let's type that in. And let's look at these graphics here. We have a whole pile of different options that look like a lot of fun. I think I'm going to stick with this first option here. I really like the colors of this one. It's really cute. So I'm just going to size this to be on the other side of my mug, opposite to the bunny. And that looks like it's going to turn out to be a really cute mug. My daughter right now loves bunnies, so I'm sure she'll love this. Now let's say we want to do a full wrap mug and we want to fill up the whole entire background of this. I'm going to go below this canvas here, and underneath it says add page. So just click on that, and now we have another blank page to make another mug. This time under elements, I'm going to search Easter, and I'm going to click on photos. And we've got a lot of very pretty photos here. I really like this Eastery scene here, so I'm going to click this. This just makes me really think of spring. It's so pretty. So I am just stretching this over the entire canvas, and we will be doing a complete mug wrap with this design. Now let's add a few more elements. So at the top here, let's search for something else. Let's do a cross this time. And under graphics, I'm going to click see all. And I'm going to choose this white cross right here. And on the canvas, it turned out to be black, but that's okay because this image, we are able to edit the color. So if we go up to the top to the color swatch, we can click on that and I can change that to white. Now, because this wrap here is going to go around the entire mug, we really want to make sure we have our spacing right. So I'm going to keep this over to the side so that this ends up on the front face of my mug. Now let's go ahead and add some text. So I'm going to click on text and we're going to go to add a text box and then just type in what you want typed in. So I am going to write, he has risen, and we can stretch this out. And then at the top here, it says Canva Sans because that is a font selected, but we can go ahead and change the font. So recently I used this fun font here called Ashley Crawford. It is a pro font, but there are many fonts that are not pro fonts, so you can go ahead and choose one of those. And now since my cursor was just on the bottom here, I only changed the font for the bottom word. So I'm just going to highlight all my text and then click on that Ashley font again. Now I'd like this bottom text to be bigger and the top to be smaller. So I'm going to highlight my bottom text, then go up to the top and adjust the size of the font. Then if you select all your text, you can go up to the top to the spacing tab here, and we can make that line in between our text a little smaller. This way our words will be closer together. And I also want to make my text white. So I'm going to click on the text color box here and change that to white. And I'm going to resize this a little bit as well. Now this is really hard to see these white letters on this background. So what we can do is add a shadow. So if we go to the top and click on effects, we can now click on shadow, and it has given our text a white offset, which is really hard to see. So we're going to click on color, and then I'm going to change that offset to a purple color. And now our text is popping out a little more. You can also adjust the size of the offset here. You can adjust the direction, and you can make it blurry if you wanted to as well. And you can also adjust the transparency. So if you wanted that to be a solid color, you could bring that right up to 100%, or you can make it a little more transparent. I'm going to resize this to make it a little smaller once again. And when you're happy with your designs, we can go ahead and download these designs to our computer. So to do that, we're going to click on share and then go down and click on download. And right now the suggested file type is a PNG, and that's what we want. But if you wanted to make this a JPEG, or if you have the pro version, you can even make SVGs with Canva, which is really cool. We're not doing that today, so we're going to keep this as a PNG. I am going to download both of these files, so 2 pages are selected, but if you just wanted to do one, you can click on the one that you want. And then just press download. Once you have downloaded your designs, you are going to go ahead and find them on your computer. Mine usually end up in the downloads folder, and you can see right here, he has risen, and we have both our mug designs here. So let's click on that first mug design. And for reference, I am using an iMac computer. If you're using a PC, the way you print out your design may be a little different. So once you've opened your design, you can go up to the top of your screen, click on File, and then we're going to click on Print. Now I need to make sure I've selected my sublimation printer. Right now my inkjet printer is selected. So I'm going to click on my sublimation printer. And because we already sized this in Canva, we know our design is the right size. So make sure your scale is set to 100%. If you change that to 50%, your design is going to end up half the size, and you don't want that. We are going to click on printer options and then click on color matching. Now I'm going to select color sync, and then we're going to select rigid and press OK. Then we're going to go over to print settings. And once again, make sure you are using rigid on here, not textile, because we're using a mug today. If you were going to put this image on a bag or a t-shirt or some type of material, you would pick textile instead of rigid. Now for our print quality, I'm going to click fine rather than normal. This is going to give me a better print image. And our mirror image box is checked, and that's what we want. So we can go ahead and press OK and get this printed out. And then we're going to open up our next design and also get that printed out. As you can see, our designs look very faded, but that's normal with sublimation ink as the ink is transparent. When we press this onto our mug, our colors are going to become vibrant and really pop. So first I want to cut our designs out. For our little mug here, I'm just going to cut our images right out and tape them directly onto the mug. And then for this mug wrap, I'm going to use my paper cutter to make sure I get nice straight lines. And now our design is perfectly cut out and ready to be placed on our mug. Before applying your design to your mug, make sure you clean your mugs off. You can either use a lint roller or you can use a lint-free cloth and some rubbing alcohol and let it dry. And then we're going to grab our heat-resistant tape and add our designs to our mugs. Now make sure when you're putting your design down, you are putting it down as flat as possible. You do not want to have any bumps or wrinkles in your design. We want that on there nice and snug, so try to pull it as tight as you can. And then put tape around the edges anywhere you think your design may lift up a little bit. And if you want to be really sure that your design's on there well, just put tape all the way around. And also for our wrap mug, we want to put this on nice and tight. So I like to put it down and make sure the paper is even on both sides. Right now you can tell it's not, so I'm going to adjust it a little bit. Stand it up straight to make sure you're getting a nice flat line at the bottom and your design is going on straight. And then you can add your first piece of tape. And then you'll want to pull the other side nice and tight. Look around, make sure there are no bubbles in there, and then you can go ahead and add your next piece of tape. And you can see how the sides and corners are lifting here. So I'm going to continue to add more tape to the edges, then also around the top, and sometimes I do the bottom as well. I am going to turn on my Cricut Mug Press, and while we wait for this to warm up, I'm going to grab 3 pieces of butcher paper and wrap them around each mug. This is going to prevent any of the ink from transferring onto my press and keeping my press safe. And once your press is warmed up, you can go ahead and slide your mug into the mug press and then clamp it down. When it beeps, you can take out your mug, let it cool, and once it's cool, we can reveal the design. But for now, let's get our other mug pressed as well. All right, these mugs are cool to touch now, so I am going to reveal our designs and I can't wait to see them. Oh, that side's looking good. Let's check the other side. Oh, look how cute this looks. There's our cute little bunny and hello spring. Let's check the other one out now. Oh, this is a beautiful Easter mug. It turned out so lovely. I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you're looking for some more fun and crafting tutorials, be sure to check out some of my other videos. Click that subscribe button, and I hope to see you on more crafting adventures.